Hey guys, Christina Marie here, and it is a beautiful sunny day, so I decided to do things a little bit differently and stand right in front of the window so I can kind of look out while this is happening. Rain is playing with the tripod thing, so here's hoping that it doesn't fall. So today I wanted to bring you a book review. I just finished the book yesterday and I was gonna film yesterday, but then Goodreads decided to be stupid and shut down, and I wanted to get all my thoughts out on paper first before I talked about it. And this book, Dorothy Must Die. That is what we're talking about today. I am in love, you guys. This is the first book in a trilogy by Danielle Page. It is a story in a world where Dorothy from Wizard of Oz is evil and she must die. Oh my gosh, how is that not intriguing? Like, when I first heard about this late last year, I was just like, that is such an interesting premise. Like, it can either go really well or really, really poorly. And I am on the end that thinks Danielle Page did a really fantastic job. This book went really, 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 really well. I was so involved in the story. I had questions constantly. The world was fantastic. The world is the world that we remember, only darker, of course, if you've seen The Wizard of Oz. Then you have your wicked witches, you know, of the north, south, east, west, all that. You have Dorothy, of course, but then you have some new characters, some characters that you really haven't heard of before. You have Amy Gum, who is our protagonist in this story. And right off the bat, I knew that I could either really love Amy or really hate her. But I knew I would like her because there was a scene at the very beginning of the book that I was like, okay, this girl has some spunk. She has some really, really excellent gusto about her. And I am really interested to see her tap into that and become bigger and badder than I think she already is. So there was that. That was a fantastic introduction. You learn a little bit about Amy's background and why she's the way that she is. She's very spunky, but she's also a little bit reserved, and that has to do with her upbringing and whatnot, which you will learn a little bit more about. She gets to Oz the same way that Dorothy did, by a tornado and all that fun stuff. And so she gets there, and of course it's a little unbelievable because she's like, okay, this place looks familiar, but not really. It's a little different. I'm not in Oz. Like, Oz is not real. Oz is a story, as we all think. But then as the story progresses, we start to learn there is some crap going down in Oz, and Dorothy is at the crux of it. Like, Dorothy is a bitch. Like, that's what this should be titled. Dorothy is a bitch. ... and she must die. Like, Dorothy, oh my gosh, there are so many things that happen in this book where I'm just like, that is so cruel. Like, it is so dark and gritty. Like, you think because this is a young adult book like Danielle Page, and because it's her first book, Danielle Page would kind of like take it easy a little bit. No, she went hard and strong with this. Like, she left no stone unturned. She let you know that this is not your little sugarcane lollipop cotton candy story. Like, there's some grit in here, and you really, really come to understand that Dorothy is evil. And that's the thing. When you are painting a beloved character in a dark light and you want us to hate her, you have to do a really good job. And I think Danielle Page did an excellent job in making me hate Dorothy. Like, there were several times where I was just like, oh, this bitch. Like, I kid you not. And the thing is, you got to learn about the Scarecrow, who is also an ass, the lion, oh my gosh, the lion, and then the Tin Man. Now, with that being said, there is so much left unanswered, as it should be because it's the first book in a trilogy. But the thing that Danielle Page does, she introduces all these characters and you're not really sure whether or not you love them or you hate them. You're very hesitant to trust a lot of the characters in this book, rightfully so. And I think Danielle meant to do that, because every character that I met in this book, I was like, I like you, but I'm afraid to like you too much because you could be flipped over, you could be evil or something. And so in this book, good is evil and evil is good, or good is wicked and wicked is good. Like, it's because Dorothy was good, but now she's not, so it's kind of like, what else is different about this world, or what else could be different? They're all malleable, and able to just be turned. And so Amy meets some other characters. She meets Glamora, she meets Mombi, she meets Gert, I think that's her name, and she meets Nox. Now, right off the bat, I'm like, okay, you guys just appear out of nowhere, and I feel like I don't trust you enough yet. And throughout the book, even though they're good, you still don't trust them. Or even though they do good things, you still don't trust them 100%. Because throughout the story, you find that a lot of the characters aren't being 100% honest with Amy, and she ends up making a lot of choices and decisions that, had she been given the proper information, I don't think she would have made those decisions, or I think she would have been smarter about it. It was just so good. Building this world, just picturing everything, and just really getting deep into the characters. The way that Amy developed from this reserved, spunky girl to this outspoken, a little bit more confident girl, that was a really, really cool transformation. Granted, here's my one gripe about this book, is that the pacing, while it was perfect, I didn't really like how short or how quick Amy's training was. They explain in the book why it needs to be so short, but I just didn't, it took me out of the story for a second because it just seemed like it happened so fast. But that's neither here nor there. Everything else pretty much makes up for it. I loved this book. The ending was awesome. Like, I am ready for the second one, but it doesn't come out till like 2015. I loved this book. It was so good. I read it in like 24 hours. It was that good. I have cat hair on my face. I give this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars because of that, you know, that little quick training period that I mentioned earlier. But it's really no big deal. So you'll see on Goodreads I gave it a 5 because it's leaning more towards 5 than towards 4. So 4.5 on up in between there. Yes, this book was fantastic. Great character development, great characters. You really start to care about Amy. You really, really do. And there are a couple other characters in here that you really start to care about, but I don't want to spoil anything because I could go into tons of detail, but I couldn't help but spoil, and I really don't want to spoil. This is the kind of book that you need to go into it knowing as much or as little as you know about the traditional story of The Wizard of Oz, and allow this book to shed some light onto Dorothy is a bitch, ... and must die. So that is my review for Dorothy Must Die. I loved it. 4.5 out of 5 stars. I would love to know what you guys thought about the book. If you've read it, comment down below. No spoilers. Give me more book suggestions and just, you know, have a party down in the comments. I thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more videos, of course. And I said earlier, I will be doing 2 book reviews, 2 Fridays, every month. So this is one of them. I don't know what the next one's going to be, but yes, thanks so much for watching, you guys. Go enjoy the beautiful weather if you have beautiful weather. If you don't, I'm sorry, but we have been really cloudy, rainy, tornado-y around here lately, so I am loving this glorious sunshine. So thanks, guys. I will see you guys in my next video.